Hi, I'm Lee and welcome back to the Helper's Corner. Today we're going to talk about G's and G7s and some other chords and some other stuff. So if you have questions, and people always have questions, just, email them to me. Or if you're in the room, you are free to ask them. And in fact, you can come and be part of the show. So you might say this is the G learning part of this lesson. G's a really good chord. I like G a lot. A lot of people find it easy to sing in the key of G. A lot of rock and roll songs start in the key of G, and a lot of country songs too. And it's just an easy chord. It makes you feel good to play a G or a G7. But when you play a G or a G7, then you can play a C, and then a D, and then a G, and then a G7, and then a D, and then an F. So I taught Ada this morning a very simple G, which is basically just putting your first finger on the third fret on the first string and strumming those four strings. And likewise, a G7 is moving your finger to the first fret, first string, and strumming the first four strings. These chords go together really well. Like if you're going to sing a hymn like Amazing Grace, it begins with G. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound, to G7 that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. So you can go from G to G7 very easy, and then to C, and back to G. And once you throw in a D chord, you've got enough chords to play a song, lots of songs. So this morning I taught Ada to play a very simple G and a very simple G7. But there are more complicated ways to play it that add some depth and richness to the sound. Some people add these notes up here on the 5th string and the 6th string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret. I don't know if you can see that. That's a pretty rich sound, and you can throw in one more note if you want to. 3rd fret, 2nd string, and it just gives you a very round, polished, full sound, which I like a lot. Also, when you play one of these, you can move these two fingers over to the 4th string and 5th string, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, and you're playing a C. Actually, it's the C add 9, but it's a C chord. So, y'all, there are all kinds of guitars. There are acoustic guitars, there are electric guitars, there are treble guitars, all kinds of guitars. And sometimes people think, well, I've got small hands, or I'm a kid, how can I play a big guitar like this, like I have? And the answer is you would play one that's a little smaller like this. A lot of people just call this a 3/4 guitar. It has a real name. I don't know what it is. But it's smaller, see? And even someone who is small like Ada can play this one. And it sounds great, and you can buy them for around $100. There are a lot of knockoffs that are made in Asia that are every bit as good as the ones that are made here. So you don't have to be stuck with a great big guitar you really can't handle. Just get a smaller guitar. There are also ukuleles, which is a different instrument really, but it's very similar to a guitar. It has 4 strings, and if you can play a guitar, you can play a ukulele. You may find it easier to learn to play a violin or a cello. So lots of possibilities.
For this next part, Poppy is going to call out a chord. Lee is going to call out a chord that you should have learned. Ada will play it.
Yeah.
You ready to show us?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Will you play a G7 chord for us, please?
Of course.
Okay. A little more gently and a little more strum. You know, easy strum. There you go. Okay, now Ada, switch to a simple G chord. Third fret, first string. Good. And let me suggest that you use this finger, because that's where you have some strength.
The thumb or the finger?
Well, for now that would be a good finger, but at some point you're going to want to use this finger.
Yeah,
So
I'm using
either
that
one,
finger.
Either one, yeah. If it's easier to use this finger, use this finger.
This finger feels the most comfortable to me.
So thanks for coming to the Helper's Corner and learning from somebody who really doesn't know a great deal about music or guitars or any of that stuff, but really likes it a lot and enjoys being with other people who play music. And I hope you do that too, and I hope to see you soon.